I think Dead Island 1 and Dead Island Riptide are classic zombie games. Without them, the zombie genre wouldn't have moved forward like it has. And only 33 years later, we get the sequel, Dead Island 2. This game is coming out soon, around 11 days I think from making this video. And I am hyped as shit. I've been waiting ever since that trailer came out in 2014. Imagine someone telling you after you saw that trailer that it actually wouldn't come out for another 9 years. And over the last week, I've been looking at the game all day. Whole bunch of new gameplay has dropped, whole bunch of new information. That information made me pre-order the game. It is already in my library, ready to be installed when the game comes out. But 2 days ago, I came across some new information about Dead Island 2. Information that I was clearly ignorant to and wish I knew before I pressed pre-order. Now it's making me think, will Dead Island 2 actually be a letdown? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm Treyllo, welcome back to a brand new video, guys. If you guys enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and join my Discord down below in the description. Without further ado, let's talk about why I'm worried. It really isn't that complicated, it's not that hard to understand, but it's a massive feature. Dead Island 2 is not open world. Let me repeat that just in case you didn't fucking hear it the first time. Dead Island 2 is not open world. Now initially you might be like, okay, that's fine, but I think this is going to take away from the game a lot. A game being open world and a game not being open world is the difference between playing it once, twice, or never again. And I'm worried with what I'm seeing with Dead Island 2. We were promised a massive map, which is true, but this map is going to be split into many different segments that you can only progress forward in. Dead Island 1 and Dead Island Riptide were ahead of their time and fantastic zombie games, not because of the combat, not because of the graphics, but because of the fucking open world. At that point in time, open world zombie games were kind of rare, and to be honest, they still are. And now Dead Island 2 is taking that away from us. A lot of single player games use this model where you're moving through an area and you progress. Resident Evil, tons of games do this. But I don't know if this is good for Dead Island's longevity. I just made a video about why zombie games usually don't do as well as they should, and you should check it out if you haven't already. Big game that falls in that category is Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 came out last year, and that game is not doing that well. In fact, you'll see videos all over YouTube saying that the game's dead, why it failed, like shit like that. The fact that we have another zombie game coming out that's arguably not as ambitious as Dying Light 2 in any way is not giving me confidence that this game will be around for a long time. When you remove the open worldness in a game, you remove the replayability. If you're going down a new area you haven't been before, you're going to go over there to search for an item. You might find something under that dumpster over there, but that is a one-time unique experience. There is no second time that you're going through the game and you feel as if there's something new. Now, these are areas that you've been through in a scripted way, making it essentially boring to play again. Remember that there is no new game plus mode, and end game content seems to be pretty minuscule. So really, it's looking like Dead Island 2 is going to be a playthrough once type of game, and see you later. And that's not what I want in a Dead Island franchise game. Dead Island 1 and Riptide are the most replayable zombie games out there, man. The open world is actually pretty huge. There's secrets, so many different side quests, it's insane. By removing open world, this game almost seems to be taking a step back. Yes, it looks like the combat is fantastic. We are seeing a whole new revolutionary gore system added to Dead Island 2 called Flesh. But are you aware of how many modded weapons are in the game? 60. Around that many has been confirmed, and you may be thinking that's okay. Did you know Dead Island 1 had 47? That's right, Dead Island 2, even though coming out almost 13 years later compared to Dead Island 1, only has 13 more craftable weapons. Lacking. Definitely fucking lacking. Did you know the average completion time for Dead Island 1 is going to be around 19 hours? Complete the whole thing. If you're doing a little bit of side quests, you're doing a little bit of side shit. Did you know Dead Island 2's average completion time is 22 hours? That's right, not really something to brag about. There should definitely be way more content in the game, and the fact that they're advertising essentially the same amount of content, but just it looks better, it plays better. Okay, these are good things, but not what I'm expecting. If you go to any YouTuber that's played the game, last week a ton of YouTubers got to play Dead Island 2. Go to any of those channels, you're gonna hear people say it was fun, combat was cool, the locations were beautiful, all that stuff. They're showing you the gameplay that's really good, but they're not showing you how long that's going to be good. When I see the gameplay online, I want to think this is the next zombie game that I'm going to be spending years on. But in reality, this game looks more like something I'm going to spend 2 weeks on, finish, and never play again. Maybe I'll run it back with friends because, you know, co-op always makes games more fun. Maybe they'll add DLC in the future and I'll come back. But without the open world, without the extra story length, I'm a little bit worried. And I already pre-ordered, so shit. I'll be making another video if it doesn't go right. But I wanted to let you guys know that this might not be what it seems. I think Dead Island is going to be a really fun game in mechanics and combat, but when it actually comes to the depth of the story, of the longevity, it's not going to be there. We are paying for a one-time experience, and sometimes that's okay. If it's the same length as the experience I got 13 years ago, am I still happy? Guys, I want to know what you think of Dead Island 2. Do you think that the things I mentioned are enough of a deterrent to stop you from buying or playing? Or do you think it doesn't matter, you're just going to go in and kill zombies anyway? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. Without further ado, I'm Treyllo. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.